What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Dreamer Cigars podcast. As always, I'm your host, Adam Guard, aka AG the Dreamer.
And I'm your co-host, Logan Hamilton, aka Hambone. And today, our special guest is Ryan Polk from Stillfire Brewing. How are you, Ryan?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great, man. We are very excited to have you on today. First of all, before we even get into anything, we have to give a big shout out to the Braves.
World Series,
Braves
baby.
won
Chop,
the World
chop.
Series. Chop, chop.
Baby.
Yes,
Chop,
sir.
chop. You can see we got
That is
the hat
awesome.
right
That
there.
7-0 game. Did you watch that?
That's absolutely incredible.
That was amazing.
It was a kick in the mouth for taking us back to Houston.
It sure was. It's been 26 years, and they pulled that one out. I had a lot of friends who said that they couldn't do it, that they were going to choke.
Too many. So
Too many people were saying that.
Here's my thing, okay? I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from Cincinnati, where we don't win. And it's not a joke because guess what? The Falcons have been to the Super Bowl, and I don't care. You can be like, oh, we always lose because they lost one game. But you went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Bengals are the longest team in NFL history who have won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So when Atlanta people get all caught up in because the Braves were in the NLCS last year, and then everybody's like, man, Atlanta teams always just screw it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have you seen any other city? Come to Cincinnati. We're all depressed.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't the Reds stink.
Yeah,
the Bengals
honestly,
stink.
that's true.
The NBA team we had for 3 years left. We have nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
But this year is the Bengals' year. So Mr. Joey Burrow, we appreciate it. And if you want to be on the podcast, Joey B, let us know. We'll get you on the podcast.
Yeah, well,
Anyways,
before we get into Ryan and Stillfire Brewing as an entity, let's talk about this cigar.
let's talk about this cigar. Today we are smoking the Oliva Series V, not the Melanio as most people will know. Here you are. If you want the V or straight, it's on the other side. It's not the Melanio, but it's the Maduro. So this is going to have a little bit more of a kick. It comes with a San Andreas Maduro wrapper, a Nicaraguan binder, and filler. So this cigar overall is going to smoke like your typical Oliva Series V Melanio if you've had it before, but with a little bit more of a kick. And Ryan, we like to talk about the tasting notes, right, in the cigar. And not because we think we can actually get it right, but because we're intrigued about what do they say we should be getting, and then we say, yeah, we didn't get that. Because, so how much do you smoke a cigar? Are you an avid smoker? Would you once a day, once a year?
Probably about once a month. I wouldn't call it avid, but I like to act a little nerdish sometimes over my friends who don't know as much.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm definitely minor leagues every year probably.
But the Oliva is one of your favorite cigars.
Yeah, it's definitely my go-to. That and I think I told you guys too. Anything AJ Hernandez, sorry.
Fernandez.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See,
That's I guess myself. So,
exactly. And I'm sure when you toss out those AJ Fernandez names with your friends, they're like, damn, he knows what he's talking about.
Sure. Oh, they just get whatever I buy because they don't really know what they're doing. But I got a sampler pack, and so that's how I got into that.
That's awesome. Well, AJ is kind of the hot thing right now. There you are. And it's for good reason. AJ is blending some crazy cigars going on, the New World, and for all the other brands that he's got going. It's impressive what he's doing.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the tasting notes we're gonna get here, okay? We're gonna get a little cocoa bean.
I don't think we've had that before, have we?
No, I think the Magic presented a little bit of that from ATL Cigar Co.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna get a little espresso, which I can see through the first couple puffs. Earthiness, which I think comes naturally with almost any Maduro. It's going to be a heavier cigar, kind of like heavier beers, which we'll get into here in a second.
Yeah, I'm tasting that soil.
Yeah, that earth, so Ryan, as a aficionado, right, when's the last time you tasted some good soil to make sure that your palate was good, right?
You just pick up the earth.
Oh yeah.
You gotta get that earthiness, and you just ate some cocoa beans just to keep that palate
for
fresh.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I do usually.
Now-
just taste a bunch of dirt before we drink our beers and everything.
Exactly. Bingo. Yeah. I mean, that's what you got to do. I have a confession to make too. I'm behind on my palate, I guess, refreshing because I haven't eaten any cedar in a while. So I don't think I'm going to get any wood notes out of this cigar, but they're saying we're not, so I think I'm okay.
No cabinets this week?
I haven't eaten any cabinets this week.
That's unfortunate.
My humidor looked tasty one day, but I decided not to take a bite out of it. That didn't end up very good last time.
You want to keep the cigars in there, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're going to get some toasty notes.
Okay.
A little toast.
Okay.
So, have a really heavy Maduro for breakfast. Sounds good.
To some people, that sounds great. To me, maybe a light,
Little
more of a-
Perdomo champagne.
yeah, more of a champagne.
I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
So, Ryan, let's get into you. I mean, this Stillfire Brewing. So, how did you first get started as a brewer at Stillfire Brewing?
So Stillfire is not the beginning journey, but started out doing, obviously, which probably a lot of brewers do, is homebrewing stuff. Yeah, I got into homebrew with my dad, and we got really into it. He loved that I could brew some good beer, I guess, and so he would
Makes sense.
provide the ingredients. I would brew the beer, and in turn, he got some beer and keg tap. So that was pretty nice.
That's a good setup.
And then
I need to teach my kids that.
Yeah, we got
Someday. I don't have kids.
I was gonna ask, yeah. We got more into it, and when I was in college, I went and got a part-time position at Monday Night.
Nice. Yep.
So, real big fan of Monday Night Brewing.
Was it the Midtown?
Both of them, but yeah,
Okay.
mainly we're getting Midtown, like up at Trotter Road.
Nice. Yep.
That was all canning and stuff like that. Did some kegging, cellar work, but from there, I graduated college and accepted a full-time brewing position at Ironmonger Brewing. It's over in Marietta, close to Red Hair and everything.
Heard of it?
What's it called?
Ironmonger.
Ironmonger.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of
They've
that.
actually been around for a long time. I want to say like 2016.
What's their most popular beer?
They got one called This One Goes to 11. That's pretty good.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
They got a blood orange beer they do.
I think that's the one that I've seen.
Okay. Yeah, Billet, I think it's called. I've been out of it for a little while now.
Right.
I'm sure they're creating some real good beer still. But no, then I saw the opportunity to go to Stillfire. Saw them going crazy over there. I heard nothing but good things from Stillfire, and I joined, I think, a little after their 1-year anniversary.
Nice.
And so now I've been there for a year, and we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary. So I can't
Bingo.
take nearly as much credit as all of them. They all started way before I got there. But brewmaster Phil Farrell, genius of a brewer. I learned a bunch from him, and the 2 other guys I work with, real good crew there, and just all around real good company and everything.
I feel like it's been there for so much longer.
It feels like it.
Is it
I've
2
only been-
years?
Yeah, 2 years. I've only been there a year, and it feels like I've been there a long time.
I feel like, because I live in the area,
Yeah.
I feel like it's been there for like over 5 years. So that's actually amazing to me to hear that it's only been there for 2 years because it's so popular.
That's the thing that blows me away is that even throughout COVID and everything, and they were able to be successful with the big open doors and everything. I'm sure you guys have been there.
Oh yeah.
So the whole open air thing, everybody loved it, and they kept it rolling. But I mean, I heard stories of even when COVID happened, they were forced to shut down. They had lines around the building at their to-go window, and so still keeping up the support is unreal. They have
that's
that
awesome.
founders program there that people support, and they're always there. And kind of like a club, little member club that they do. So.
That's awesome. Well, I got to be honest. It sounds great. So I think I'm gonna need some Stillfire beer.
I think we can do that.
I think we
Adam.
might need to have some
brought that.
Stillfire beer. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I don't know.
What's
They
going
got some
on?
really good cigars too.
What's
Yes.
going on?
Have some
So
really good cigars.
I hear you have a special drink for us to pair with our cigar today.
Yeah, well, so I brought the whole armory, but
The whole armory.
We're going to war tonight. Obviously, we
I
got.
like to do a bunch of darker beers because I know it's like cigars are usually paired with bourbon. I'm not like the biggest bourbon guy, but when it comes to bourbon with beer, I like that a lot. So I stuck to, when I was selecting today, I stuck to darker beers, Imperial Stout.
I'll go to war with that.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, that'll kill somebody.
We got Kilt Chamberlain's Scotch Ale.
Nice.
Okay.
2 big heavy beers.
Is a Scotch ale like similar to or on the way to somewhere in
So it's
between
like
like a Oktoberfest?
No, it's like
Okay.
it's an English style ale, and we throw a number of different dark grain in there, and the yeast really makes the good flavor profile for it.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's like an English ale yeast. Gives it really a bunch of dark fruit character that comes out in it.
And that'll probably really help with the cocoa bean.
No, it's gonna be perfect.
That sounds
bingo.
great.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got
A
for
little bit of
us?
smoked malt in there too, tiny bit.
Ooh.
That sounds really good.
We'll get that
Wow.
toasty note.
So we got this one is an Oktoberfest beer. So
Okay,
yeah,
bingo.
It's our Detonator Doppelbock. We just had Oktoberfest back in late September, early October. This was one of our series. It is a German Doppelbock.
Heck
Double
yeah.
Bach.
So I guess the easy way to explain it is kind of like a double Martin, like double Oktoberfest.
So does it double mean stronger
Yeah,
or?
stronger, more body to it, just more rich, caramel, chocolatey. It's a lot of flavor to it. So I was really thinking about it. I didn't know what the cigar we were gonna have, but
Right,
it's turning out to be a really good selection.
And it's gonna
Sounds
be
German.
And then this is the
Double
finale,
buck.
and the really one I'm excited about. This is just had our 2-year anniversary in October, and it
boy.
is our 2-year anniversary thoroughly good Scotch ale. So really, what it is
Scotch ale.
Kilt Chamberlain in a bourbon barrel for 2 years, 18 months.
Boy.
Let's
Yeah.
pour some of this up right now.
Well, no, that's the
Can we
finale.
do that?
That's the finale.
Is that finale?
Well, actually, let's let the expert.
yeah. Let's let Ryan do this.
We'll put it away up because you definitely got to try this and then
Okay.
try what it tastes like. sitting in
Okay.
the barrel for
Okay.
18
So
months.
so
Okay.
what's first? I'm chomping at the bit here.
Let's do.
Yeah, let's talk about these amazing cabinet tasting notes
Yeah,
with
I mean-
these beers.
Yeah.
I didn't get my cedar
in
there.
there. I think this is
All right.
our lightest, honestly.
The Doppelbock.
I think that's a good way to go.
9.3, but it's our lightest. So.
9.3.
That's what I like to hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
That's what I like
going
to hear.
have a 9.3 beer to start off, and with a extremely strong Maduro. So if there are any beginners out here, I wouldn't highly recommend. I don't know if you want to. Here, we'll pass the can. That's fine.
And you can load it up. I was going to pour them for you guys. That one's easy to finish can. It's only a small can, so
Here you go.
Thank
small
you.
compared to what I brought.
Yes. Do you need more?
Sure. I mean, you guys can.
We're gonna pour it up today.
It looks like whiskey coming
Ladies
out
and
of
gentlemen, especially Mom, I'm sorry that I'm gonna have way too much beer today, but we're gonna have some fun. I'll let you kill it if you want to. There's yours.
Okay, let's cheers to the first.
Cheers to number one.
This is the Doppelbock.
Doppelbock. He mispronounces something every time.
I always watch the past episodes, ladies and gentlemen, because I mispronounce at least one word on every episode. Can you catch them?
Gets his words mixed up. Let's do it. Cheers.
Our lotional subrication. Am I right, Adam?
That's real good.
You're absolutely right.
So I mean, you guys can tell me what you
I like-
taste in it, but it's I think a great pairing with the cigar that we found that you guys brought today because right off the bat, really chocolatey and caramely.
I'm getting a lot of that caramel out.
Yeah.
That's
It's
actually
so-
really cool. I think. What's wrong with you over there,
John's making me laugh. John, our producer.
So
is
one thing
making
I
me laugh.
realized though is that I don't know if I've had it, so I brought them here in my car. Obviously, it warmed up a little bit. I'm still cold, but as it warms up, that caramel does come out a lot. And
Oh, okay.
It's actually really enjoyable.
I think I just accidentally retrohaled.
That's not possible. You're not crying.
Why? Oh, you're so funny, AG. You're so funny.
So you know what a retrohale
It's
is?
good.
Oh boy.
Why don't you show them? Because I'm not doing it on this episode.
Logan wants to save his tears. So
Dude.
retrohale, Ryan, is really how you taste a cigar at its purest form,
Okay.
finest. Get all those notes. What you do is, you take a couple puffs, and then you bring in the cigar or the smoke, and you blow it out your nose a little bit, and it activates the olfactory system, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That's how you taste things, smell. That's why you can't taste anything if you have like a stuffy nose, that type of situation.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and do a retrohale because Logan doesn't want to be nice today and present it to us.
Maybe next
I'll let
week.
you-
But it's
I'll definitely let you.
as a beginner, yeah, he's like, oh, don't make me do it, don't make me do it. Because I'm not even an expert at it either, but
Oh yeah.
when you're starting off on it, you don't want to retrohale with the initial smoke
Okay.
because it's hot.
Yeah.
So it's gonna burn a lot.
Yeah.
Now, no matter, it's like one of these things that, like Scotch. First time you ever have it, you think you just drank bleach.
Yeah.
But then it I don't know, it grows on you.
It does grow on you, and I've done it a couple times now.
Retrohaling
And
does the same thing.
It does grow on you.
So, all right, let's.
The first time I retrohaled, as you can see, it's kind of coming out his nose right there. And he gets the full tasting notes out of that, all the tones in the cigar, and then
Sweet.
pairing it with the drink, it just gets every single last note that you could get. The first time I did it, it did burn my nose a bit, and I did have one teardrop just roll down my
Just
cheek,
one.
and then I just, I ate that shit. Yes, it is actually on
Absolutely.
one of our episodes on our live.
There you go.
On our live video, but I gotta say, even though that was my reaction, that's what I got from it, I got every last note of the cigar. I tasted things in the cigar, especially with the pairing as well, that I've never tasted before in a cigar. So it really did something different for me, which is why I've tried it multiple times after that first time, because I know after a couple more times,
It's an industry standard
it's just
too,
gonna come
like,
naturally.
Everybody
Yeah.
in the industry knows that's how
Yeah.
you get the taste.
Okay.
Like that's how the blenders do it to blend the different flavors. Just like I'm sure a brewer does it. You
Yeah.
You drink it and you spit it out your nose. You know.
Yeah. We usually just go in the nose, actually.
Oh, you just drink it straight up. Okay. So we're gonna reverse retrohale with the beer today to get the taste.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Worst thing ever.
And then you spit it out your mouth.
No thank you, Adam. Good lord.
Well, maybe you won't cry on that one though.
Oh my god.
I'm done. I'm
Adam,
sorry.
you call it crying. It was just one tear and I ate that shit.
You ate the tear?
Yeah, it rolled down to my mouth and I ate that shit.
Anyways. Yeah, I mean, it's the difficult thing is, and I actually did it a little there with retrohaling, is if you don't properly kind of breathe out before you do it, your body will naturally want to breathe in, so
Yeah.
you'll accidentally inhale a little.
Yeah, that hurts.
So I did that a little bit right there. So I got I didn't have a tear, but I got a little. You know what I mean?
What was that?
Which is why I'm about to lose my beer. But,
So it's a good explanation.
yeah.
Sometimes the noise says
yeah.
more than the words.
Yeah, I mean, bingo.
You know?
But I do think it actually paired well with the cigar. I was a little worried, actually, that an Oktoberfest beer, but it is a Doppelbock, which means it's double kind of your
it's a
tip
little bit
off.
strong, yeah.
So that makes sense.
We use it like a higher strength. We actually pull off brew them at the same time. I think we did, just for the sake of efficiency, when we need both for Oktoberfest, we'll brew a big batch of our Martzen, and that first bit of wort that comes out. If I say wort, that's just
Like you cut it off your skin. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, for sure. No, wort's just the beer without.
Dude, this is the second time I've been an asshole. today.
You're an asshole, Adam.
I accidentally put a little ash in there too. and
For
I
our
haven't-
Adam ashes on
I'm an asshole.
his notes every single episode for the last few episodes. So that's fun.
So if you really want to get the taste out, you lick that. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
You're just confident in the ash. I usually do that, and then I get too confident and
Yep.
it breaks off on me.
Yep, you become an asshole.
I'm like, it's a really good
which
cigar.
An asshole is okay if you're by yourself, but we're sitting here at Cutter's Cigar and Spirits Lounge. Everybody at a lounge, it's not polite or the proper thing to do to really try and hold a long ash. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't.
Okay.
No. I'm
Holding-
usually next to the ashtray, I guess, but
Right, which helps.
yeah.
I was too, though, and I couldn't make it. But the holding the ash is, it's a lot of people, especially when they start smoking cigars and all that, they talk about it. They're like, man, I had this super long ash the other day, but it fell and I blah, blah, blah. Which is, it's cool, but it's also an important thing because a long ash represents the construction of the cigar.
Yeah.
Was a good construction, and that means it was a long filler tobacco, which means it's a premium cigar.
There you go.
Now, if it's not, if the ash just falls and falls and falls, then you got a machine-made cigar, which they basically chop up the filler tobacco and then they just bunch it in the machine and then they wrap it by hand, and then they can call it a handmade cigar. So it's complicated. But
So Adam, I actually am tasting the. You said cocoa.
I get that a lot, yeah.
I'm getting the cocoa, and I'm getting a bit of a wood taste as well. I am getting that, and especially with this.
Well, you had your weekly dose of cedar.
Yeah, I had my weekly dose of cedar. You know, earlier today I was just munching on some cedar.
It's like your vitamin C. You just gotta be dosing
Vitamin cedar.
soil and
I mean,
all of
that's
it just in a bowl. It's my new protein bowl.
Yeah, bingo.
But I actually am getting those notes. What do you guys think?
I am. Honestly, the caramel came out, which surprised me, and I keep staring at. I keep looking down at these notes, and I'm like, how is the caramel coming out of this cigar? Because I'm not sure where. Maybe the cocoa / toast. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is it? But you know, I think with
maybe
tasting
enhances
notes.
a little bit with the beer.
Bingo, yeah. Well, I think it's the beer pulling it out, but I'm like, how is it pulling out of the cigar that if it wasn't supposed to have that? But it can do that. We've had the Espresso Martini here at Cutter's like a million times on the podcast, and that can pull chocolate out of any cigar. It's crazy.
If you have not tried that, Ryan, you need to try the Espresso Martini. Is an incredible.
We may have to try it.
Absolutely incredible. We might have to try it.
You know, I'm not a huge martini guy, but I love espresso.
Hey, okay, listen. So the first time Adam came to me, like long ago when I was, first kind of coming to Cutter's, he said, "You got to try the Espresso Martini." I said, "Dude, I'm not a martini guy." Just like you're saying.
Yeah. I maybe had like one or two.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I had the Espresso Martini, I had 0.
Okay.
I was like,
so you talking vodka and vermouth in it, like a real martini?
No,
it just looks like a martini, so it's
in a martini cup.
We can't give the secret ingredients.
We cannot give you the secret ingredients, but we will tell you there is.
You can have it here and have it at every other place. Yeah. Cutter's has the best Espresso Martini. It's their signature drink.
I also won't know because it's been my first, so.
Very true.
But
you're going to go have it at other places and be like, whoa. That's because people do make it cheap with, here and there, but it does have some Baileys in it.
Yeah.
So it's like
I was gonna say
that's my weakness.
It's got a little Baileys. It's got a little bit of Baileys at the bottom.
Coffee-based cocktail, Irish coffee.
If you like coffee-based cocktails, this will be your favorite of all time.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
So we'll have it after the
Baileys
podcast.
in my house, then Saturday mornings usually have Baileys in my coffee. So
bingo.
That sounds great. I do that every here and there too. Yeah, I love it.
Well,
awesome.
I got a question for you, but before I get into the question, I think we need to get into number 2.
We can do that.
Let's get into number 2.
I think I will move on to the dark mood.
Dark mood.
Dark mood.
So dark mood.
We're getting to the dark mood. All right, let me ask a deep question. No, I'm just kidding.
So dark mood came from I think at the beginning of the year, about December of last year, we wanted to have a special release, and it came up about we wanted a monthly special release, and this just so happens to be the first of 2021. So this is January 2021. It's a recent batch, so it's not from January 21. But we wanted you can see the label actually says January special release. Wow. So we've started doing one a month, and I don't know if we're going to keep it up throughout there, but this was our
How hard
September
is that to keep up?
release right here. So what we'll do, we'll just like brew one and advertise it a bunch, and then do 20 cases, something like that, and then it's gone. We'll do a small batch.
Wow.
So it was a good little marketing strategy we did, and I was like, I like it a lot because we get the incentive to make some special beers and market them, tell people to come reserve them before it's gone, and 20 cases they sell out quick. Like you said, you see Stillfire, it's busy, so people come along and buy a little 4-pack. And
so if I want to do the monthly Stillfire special, I need to go on like the 5th of the month, or it's going to be gone by like the 10th.
Yeah, so I think we have, let's see, it's November, so we have 2 more. Not sure I can tell you what they are.
Oh, we can't get any special.
They're gonna be good. I think we may have advertised it already, maybe for November. But
all right, tell us the name. Can you go that far? Or maybe what's in it? One hint. We gotta give our followers something.
It's gonna be a dark beer.
It's gonna be a dark beer.
2 months are dark beers.
Well, it's winter.
December is going to be phenomenal.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah.
Done.
December is going to be something you don't want to miss.
Good thing I live close
it's
by.
really, really good.
I'm there.
Dark mood, we'll start this.
All right, we're gonna pour up some dark mood, and I have a question that I need to ask you, but before we get into that, I think I mean, the Braves won the World Series. I can't stop thinking about it.
No, it's okay.
The Braves won the World Series.
The next
and
year.
guys, we
don't have
years to come.
championships, so I'm gonna be aggressive towards people now because
Bingo.
Oh yeah.
I have a
Bingo.
championship now. So.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be yelling at
Hey, you
people.
can be aggressive to me, Cincinnati. We don't got anything, so it's all good.
It's funny. My wife keeps telling me, she's like, how many ounces did you get? And I said, well, I have a championship. Yes, I do. I'm a Braves fan. I've been a Braves fan. I
Well, if you've been
It's
a
your
Braves
championship
If
too.
you've been a Braves fan, that's fine.
I have.
But we're gonna give a shout out to Atlanta with shouting out ATL Cigar Co. right now. So let's hear from our sponsor while we pour up these beers, ATL Cigar Co. What's up, guys? We want to talk to you guys about ATL Cigar Co. Guys, Janelle, Peter, Leroy, they are amazing. We had them on one of our podcasts, and we could not say good enough things about these people. They started the ATL Cigar Co., and it is just absolutely booming. So make sure you check them out.
And huge shout out to the Magic, their new cigar. Everyone who's had it, including us, think it's absolutely incredible.
Beautiful.
Great taste, a smooth draw, wonderful cigar. So check out their new cigar, Magic.
100%, Logan. That's exactly right. I mean, Atlanta is the city, right? But
It is.
ATL is the culture, and they've captured it in the Magic. So make sure you're checking it out. And we're back. So, Ryan, I had a question. We got this dark mood poured up, and we're tasting it, and it's the milkiest stout probably I've ever had.
Hey, it looked like it.
very chocolatey, very.
Bringing those cocoa beans out. So it brings me to ask, your first brew, okay? Have you? So you did home brew. So you've done a start to finish brew.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did your first brew like? What flavors and what did you put in it? Like, did you have any special ingredients or was it?
Talking about the first recipe I ever wrote for a beer.
Yes.
This is gonna show how excited I am for the Braves. It's gonna show how big of an Atlanta fan I am. So it's called Dirty Bird.
Bingo, Dirty Bird.
Falcons fan, Dirty Bird, and it's a double IPA. And that's something whenever.
Got to brew something strong for your dad.
It's hard to homebrew, after working 5 days and brewing at work. But so I come home. I don't really want to brew on Saturdays, but my dad likes to have that beer. So he'll let me know.
You got a lucky
Dirty Bird-
dad, man.
Dirty Bird is his favorite beer. I've gotten a lot of good compliments. I don't think I've ever done it at any of the breweries I've worked at. I really like it, but it's a big double IPA, classic West Coast style, real piney. Piney citrusy. It's kind of dark copper in color. It's a little bit darker than.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
normal
darker than a normal IPA.
Yeah. It's
Even a double IPA is not usually that dark,
I
right?
put some Munich malt in it, so it gives it a little bit of that darker character. A little bit more body too.
You say Munich malt?
Yeah.
From Germany, because it's Munich.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking
No,
about.
it sounds like it.
So they're very prideful in all their malts.
Oh, yeah.
Munich's used in a lot of Mexican lagers and stuff like that, and especially Oktoberfest beers. Heavy Munich in our Detonator Doppelbock.
I was tasting that Munich.
Yeah. So
He was like, yes, for sure.
He's like, yes, I was too.
We're looking over here like, mm-mm. It was good beer, but mm-mm.
I've never done that one, but I've done a couple, I think, at Stillfire of my own recipes. Other than that, we're usually just brewing kind of collectively.
Gotcha.
No,
that's cool. I mean, I was just curious that, that first beer, everybody has to always remember that as a brewer.
The recipe's changed 1,000 times because I think I brewed that back in 2016.
Yeah.
And so I've changed it 100 times. I've upgraded the homebrew system too, so it's it's actually, rather than buckets like I had first time ever homebrewing, it's not ideal, but we were all so excited, me and my dad, not all of us, but something come out of a bucket, you can drink it, so that got us excited. So when I actually
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
So you brewed a great beer.
Yeah.
Have you ever brewed a terrible beer?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, what's the worst beer you've ever
I want to hear about this experience.
It's not. I don't know if you say terrible because I'll say a good beer everybody likes is terrible in my opinion. I'm a big critic of myself. So I'll.
Every dreamer is.
Yeah, just recently, I did a Belgian ale in my house, and my dad was just. My buddies all loved it, which I'm not sure they might just drink anything that has alcohol in it, but I got it on tap at my house, and I've been drinking it every now. It's a little bit drier, and I wouldn't say it's terrible, but I'm just a huge, I criticize my beer a lot more than someone else.
But have you ever brewed a beer and you drank it and you were like,
I don't think I've ever had to spit it out. There's one I can tell which was just.
You don't have to tell us if it was Stillfire.
No. Not Stillfire. Definitely not Stillfire. No, it's funny. We actually, as long as I've been there, every beer we've brewed, or I've been a part of, has been very, very good.
Has there been an ingredient that you put into a beer or this
that
beer?
would throw everybody off, or was the worst idea you ever did?
Was it just bad? What's the weirdest ingredient you put into a beer?
We haven't got
socks.
Crazy, yeah, a little bit of smelly socks.
But they're worn.
No, sweaty wallets.
Oh, from Walmart.
Yes.
When you buy them, they're already sweaty.
Because that's where you get the leather out of your cigar. Because you gotta suck on those sweaty wallets from Walmart.
Yeah.
Nasty.
A little bit of soil, we get the earthy taste.
Yes.
Nasty.
Well, guys, I was hoping, honestly, we put these questions together. I was hoping for a good, I put X in a beer and I puked. But you've never brewed a bad beer.
I don't think it's definitely have brewed bad beer. I don't want that to go on record, but.
Okay, all right. The truth comes out.
We'll say,
he needs a little bit more dark mood.
Yeah.
It's easy to, when it goes wrong along the way, like I've had a beer go completely wrong, and it ends up being a really, really good beer. So
really,
before you're brewing it, and you still have basically a ton of sugar in there. You're gonna throw the yeast in. The yeast is gonna do its work. So the yeast eats up all the sugar, and all the flavor comes out of that. And so you could be very disappointed, like I have many times before the beer's finished and it comes out. I did a stout once that I didn't measure correctly, and my when I'm throwing the grain in for the mash tun, I overflowed it. Absolutely,
I do it all the time. Shut up.
It was way too much, and I was spilling stuff everywhere. I was spilling hot water, and so I was like, "Oh, this is screwed. I don't even want to do this." And I ended up finishing it, and it was an imperial stout that I do probably once a year now.
Well, wow.
Just kidding.
Ryan, that is not what I wanted to hear. Because
we wanted a horror story.
We wanted some horror story that just you botched a beer.
I don't know that.
But I think that's even better.
I think that's even better. It's a testament.
Oh, actually, you know what? First beer. If you want to talk about real first beer.
I'll go for it.
College, dorm room.
Mr. Beer, have you guys ever heard of it?
No.
It's like what your grandma or something, or your
like
mom
Foster's?
gives you a box, and it's called Mr. Beer, and it's like the intro to homebrewing.
Oh.
And I put beer, I brewed it on my stovetop. Me and my dad were like, "Oh, what's brewing craft beer like?" We brewed it. Comes in a box. They give you plastic bottles. You let it carbonate inside these plastic bottles. I mean, it was. I like Miller Lite. I like Busch Light. I like all this, but. Jeez, that was, whatever comes out of those Mr. Beer kits, I think it was a $50 kit or something.
Yeesh.
Okay.
Right, guys, don't buy Mr. Beer. And don't buy Swisher Sweets. It sounds like that's about the same thing.
Or do, and then have a real cigar and a real beer.
Well, I'm saying you can buy those things, but don't buy a Mr. Beer and a Swisher Sweet and try and pair them together. Actually,
that
maybe
would
we should
be
do a podcast and we can just get buckets next to us and just puke.
No. That would be terrible.
Right. We've had some dark mood. I want to keep it going. I got some left, but I want to keep it going, make sure we get all these beers in. What's next?
Okay, so this was kind of the double right here. I'll bring you both up.
Oh, here we go. We're in about the 6th inning. The Braves are already up 5-0.
Yeah, we got to do innings in our podcast.
So Kilt Chamberlain was the Scottish.
I love that name. Every time you say it, I'm like,
got these labels.
Kilt Chamberlain. So that's it's Scottish. Scotch.
Yeah, there you go.
Scottish.
So we're gonna be canning it up soon. Quick shout out to Kilt Chamberlain. You see this little medal on the side?
Yeah.
So GABF is the Great American Beer Fest, and we just won a bronze medal for Kilt Chamberlain in the Scotch Ale category.
Very nice.
GABF. There's about I'm gonna say 9,000 breweries at NTN.
Shoot.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
So
different.
not saying that they're in the festival itself. This category, I don't know how many were in there. Still a good bit. It's a big category.
I'm excited
But
to try
that's actually
this.
Our second
Yeah.
GMBF.
Let's pour these things up.
That's
Let's
awesome.
go. I'm chomping at the bit.
Hell yeah.
My fingers aren't burning, but my band's getting close.
Well, while we're pouring this up, you said you have a cigar like once a month,
Yeah.
once every couple weeks or so. What's like been your favorite? Do you usually pair your cigars with drinks? Do you usually
with
do
a
that?
stout, probably.
With a stout?
Yeah.
What's your favorite stout or drink?
So, I mean,
To a
also,
cigar.
I've had recently.
Is this mine?
Yeah. That's right.
Adam's just like, I'm gonna take the whole can. Here we go.
Recently, I did a.
Syrup.
I want to forget what the cigar was called, but I did a beer called KBS, and it's an imperial stout.
KBS.
KBS is called Kentucky Bourbon Stout.
Oh.
And
You
it's,
brewed it yourself?
No, this is from Founders Brewing.
Okay, yeah, I've had it. Okay, yeah.
Very good. It's,
I was gonna say
on
that
the
was not
label-
you.
on the label, it says the highly acclaimed KBS.
Oh.
So it comes out every year. They do it every year, and it's, you know, if you're really deep into tasting it, it's different every year. But it's the same beer. But it's like you got to consider the fact that it sits in a barrel for a year. Stuff's gonna factor into that. Barrels are porous, so
Yeah.
you know oxygen can get in there and affect it. So
True. Interesting. Huh.
so kill Chamberlain. Obviously warmed
All
up
right.
a little bit, but
Toast. Did you get the toast? Let me know if you got the toast.
out of kill.
Take another drink. I'm telling you, it was like you burnt the toast a little too much.
I get a little. So this one in particular is really the.
Is it a stretch?
He's like, I guess.
Is it a stretch? Maybe.
No, I get that. You know, you might be getting is that a little
Pretty
bit
good.
of the peated malt in there, the smoke.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Put a tad bit in there just to
Yeah.
put it in that category. You don't have to have it, but it's really kind of, you know, you have a Scotch ale without the Scotch or the peated ale,
Yeah.
peated malt. And if you smell a bag of peated malt, it smells like straight Scotch. And it's just grain you're looking at, but you smell it. You can smell it like when you put it in the mash. I mean, it's,
So you gotta get in your weekly smelling of the peanut malt, right? That's the thing, right? Just like eating the seed.
I feel bad.
He was like looking at me like, are you crazy?
What are you doing?
I like the smoked ales, but we don't use it as much, so I'll definitely stick my nose in those bags because they just sit there all lonely sometimes, and you don't use a whole bag, so it's just a little.
You
bit.
give him some company.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Look, I have a small humidor on my desk at work, and sometimes it's lonely because I haven't smoked at work in a while, and I need to open it up,
Yeah.
give it a good smell, and be like, I appreciate you, so I understand.
My humidor at home. I let my humidor at home. I love to keep it stocked, not necessarily have smoke them all.
Right.
I like it stocked. I like it for company. But even today before I came, I just refilled my little. I guess you guys have a better term for it. The little pad that
Bovita pack?
for just. Well, it's actually on the top. It's kind of like for humidity, I guess.
Yeah. Is it like black? It's kind of
It's like
plastic.
foam. So I fill it. I
Oh.
fill it with water in the foam, and then
Oh.
it can't come through the other side, and then so it sticks. To
Oh,
the
I know what
top
you're talking
of
about.
the Top
Yeah.
humidor.
I don't know. I don't know the
It
exact
also
name
might be
for
an
it.
ancient humidor. It says my dad's name on it, so I took it from.
We may have
Sounds
some ancient remedies.
Yeah.
Ancient.
But I
Ancient
keep my cigars
remedies.
in there. I got the AJ Fernandez in there right now. A couple of those.
I like it.
And
Interesting.
I forgot what the other one was. but
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan, I want to delve into Stillfire for a moment. So we've heard a lot about you and your crafting, in your interesting beers, and your not so interesting beers, which were somehow still interesting and good. But what's something that people don't usually know about Stillfire? Tell me some interesting things about Stillfire that people wouldn't usually know.
I think in general that outside of this area, you know, Alpharetta and Suwanee and stuff, it's a huge popular brewery, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if like we've even hit that insanely massive Atlanta market yet to where people, plus it's a long way to drive to if you're from Atlanta, but I don't know if we've hit that crowd yet.
Are there any other locations other than the Suwanee location?
So,
Huh?
Smyrna, Georgia, coming up.
Ooh.
We haven't broken ground yet, but we are going to open a big production facility in Smyrna, Georgia.
There it is.
Wonderful.
You heard it here
I
first.
want to say
Or second, or third.
3 miles from the battery.
Really?
Yeah. So it'll be a big production facility.
Coming soon.
Tap room and everything.
So next year, when the Braves win the World Series again, will it be open?
Which will happen, yes.
We will be at Stillfire.
He's like, I don't even know what question you asked. The Braves will win the World Series next year.
I know it for sure.
I love it. I love the confidence.
I'm so happy that we got like a diehard Braves fan the day after the Braves won the World Series.
I'm looking forward. We're only getting better.
We are. It's true.
Acuna,
It's
Soroka.
true.
Look,
It's true. Freeman is just gonna hit that shit out of the park every time now. I swear. Oh my god, I can't.
I don't know.
Can't talk enough about it.
I gotta say, guys, I think next year is the Reds' year.
Dude, you can't say that after the Braves just won the World Series.
So funny thing though,
Yeah.
do you follow the Reds a lot? Okay.
When you don't win a lot, it's
They signed a catcher that I went to high school with. I graduated with him, and he was like first round 2015 out of high school, and he's their backup catcher. He played a bunch this year.
Well, catchers just
He
catch.
got Rookie of the Year this year, so.
ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not really.
John.
Oh yeah.
John. Look at John. John's like, ooh, we're
Making connections.
just kidding. John's over here. John, produce the podcast.
Get
No,
it.
I'm just kidding.
Get out.
But hopefully,
We love John.
Hopefully we get solution. He'll come to the Braves, so the Reds will be bad, and then.
No.
What are you talking about the Reds for? The Braves just won, and I believe they'll win again.
I think we need a Brave. We need a Braves player on the podcast. That's what I think.
That would be awesome.
We need Mr.
definitely
Freddie, Mr. Freeman. Sorry.
need that. Mr. Freeman.
Or Mr. Peterson.
Yes,
or
one of them that smokes cigars and would love to talk about
We'll see.
cigars
We'll
and the
see.
Braves.
We'll see. Well, we're burning our cigars nice and through. As always, I'm burning a little bit quicker than everybody else.
Of course, Adam.
My band, I didn't want to burn it, so I took it off.
I'm trying to catch up.
So we're gonna have to. There you go. So we're gonna have to get into our last segment, but before we do that, I think we need the final drink.
What's the final drink, Ryan? What do we got?
Final drink. So as
This
you,
is Kilt Chamberlain.
we gotta have him poured up.
Kilt Chamberlain.
Kilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
18 months in a bourbon barrel.
18.
Transforms it into thoroughly good.
That looks like something that
Okay.
I'm really happy that it's the last drink we had tonight.
So thoroughly good, little catchy name. One bourbon,
Oh, I
one
thought he was
scotch,
saying
one
it was
beer.
thoroughly good.
It's actually called that.
Oh.
Look on the bottle. For our viewers, it's actually
Well,
called
it says, like the
Thoroughly
song
Good.
says, John Thurgood. Yeah. One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Ooh.
So we got a bourbon barrel aged scotch ale. So one
Oh.
bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
I don't know.
All
if,
in one.
I don't know if I've never heard of
You know the
that.
guy that sings.
You never heard that song?
No, that song.
That's a song.
Yeah, it's-
One bourbon, one
guy that sings
scotch,
Bad
one
Bones.
beer.
No,
That's a song.
I've not heard of that. Could you sing it for us, Adam?
One bourbon,
Let's see if
one
we can do
scotch,
This guy.
one beer. That's my country
That's
accent
it?
right
You're
there.
just
I
gonna
gotta
sing the-
tell you, gosh dang it. This bourbon scotch ale has the country coming out of me all the way from Cincinnati.
You've been living in Georgia
I
a
got
little
it.
bit too long.
But
But-
like a fool trying to open this.
I hope it just blows up. This is gonna be great.
Do that.
For our
Here we go.
listeners,
Here we go, everybody.
Ryan is struggling.
Drum roll, please.
Oh my goodness. It's
Oh,
gonna be like champagne.
shot at
I
it.
might need a.
We're gonna take a shot after he takes a shot at it.
It's in there.
Come on, Adam. Come on, Adam.
I didn't think you need a.
We are having a little trouble opening this bottle. All right, Adam, put down his cigar.
I got a
Everyone, take it
crazy
easy.
idea.
Whoa! Wait, no. No.
I was
He's,
gonna pull it up.
Adam is currently trying to use
didn't
his
work.
cutter to
It
take
didn't
out
work.
of a cork.
It didn't work.
Let me give it a toss.
Wait, John's got a secret remedy. John, turn the camera around on you first.
Wait.
Oh, bottle opener.
Let me
You can't get a bottle opener on that.
That's probably what we need.
You can't grab it.
You can't grab it.
I heard it moving though. It's like, you know.
Logan's burning my cigar.
Oh my
You
god.
can't grab it. John's gonna get us a
In the meantime.
John's gonna get us
Help us out, John. My God.
Can, bottle, whatever they call it.
How long has that thing been
Opener.
sitting, you said?
That came out for our anniversary, so October. We bottled them.
Well,
Oh.
I think that one was the first one bottled because it's got something special coming.
Wow.
And I'm excited.
That's insane.
Hambone, before we have this scotch, because I feel like this happened for a reason. We're gonna have this like special drink on the last,
I agree.
very last finger burning question. So
I
let's
agree.
get into the first finger burning question / band burning question.
Okay, Ryan, so we have some fun finger burning questions we always have. And we don't want Adam, AG, to burn his fingers.
No.
Yeah.
Like
No.
he does most
Look, it's getting
episodes.
close. It's about to burn my fingers.
Okay, so first finger burning question for Ryan. Who or what inspires you most in your life?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Going
we're
deep on you.
getting
This
deep
is the
on you, man.
Dreamer Cigars podcast.
Yep.
You know, it sounds like I've talked about it a lot. My dad.
And why is that?
You know, just the way he raised our family and everything. And like you said, big influence on, you know, getting me, not necessarily that he got me, you know, where I am in brewing, but, you know, we started that together. It's pretty cool. It's my career now.
Yeah.
But yeah, just really all around family man, family guy.
Yep. Family Man's a good movie if you haven't seen it.
I've seen that.
Good one. Nicolas Cage.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Bingo.
Yeah, but no, I you know,
That's awesome.
strive,
I mean,
strive
that's
to be like that, raise my family like he raised ours.
well, that is a awesome testament to your dad and you, because that really is, you know, seeing more and more of that is just awesome from people like. Ooh, what a wine bottle opener.
I stopped Adam in his tracks.
All right,
We got this bottle open.
bingo.
Wow.
As-
With the cork. Thank you,
Bingo.
John. Thank you,
It's
John.
a bummer we don't have the Cork Bros here.
You're so funny.
Bingo. Cork Bros are on our 4th podcast.
Yeah.
And we may just have them again. Ooh,
Uh-oh. Did you spoil
let it
something?
out. All right.
So we can't waste any of this. So.
We will definitely not
All
waste
right, we
any
won't
of
waste
that.
any of this. I'll pour it
We'll
up for
have it
Mr.
all.
Hambone.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Bingo.
All right, so while we're
I
tasting
got
this,
another finger
we
burning
got-
question
yeah,
for you.
Go for it,
All
Adam.
right, I love this one. All right, Ryan, if you were a cigar,
I love this.
what would you be called?
And why?
Wow.
Not a cigar that already exists.
And
If
it's not
you-
a beer.
Yeah, if
That's
you were,
different, I'm
if
sure.
you were a cigar, what would you be called?
So for some reason, I don't know why this name is stuck with me. It's been like Xbox accounts,
I love it. I love
my dog.
it. Man.
But,
Okay, it's only natural. Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins. But so I go by Bilbo Swaggins.
Oh,
No, you don't.
I like it.
So Bilbo Swaggins has been my name for a while.
Love
with
that.
Xbox and everything.
I would smoke
Got
the
my first
shit out of a
dog.
Bilbo Swaggins.
That's amazing.
Got my first dog, without a doubt. It was gonna be Bilbo. So yeah, Bilbo's holding the house down, or chewing the house down, either one.
Love it.
That's
Chew it
awesome.
all up,
But
Bilbo.
I don't know why. I stick with it. I make passwords. It's like, hey, don't. But
Oh, it's backers.
Uh-oh.
Bilbo. It's I don't know why I
Love it.
stuck with it. I think it's just when I was younger and I made that account. So
So,
it's just like everything.
Bingo.
so what would this cigar be named? Bilbo.
Yeah.
I think it should
What-
be Bilbo Swaggins.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bilbo Swaggin.
full.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, let's take a
That's
cheers before we do this last finger burning question of the thoroughly good. Oh my
Tasty.
gosh. Oh my.
Bourbon.
Oh my gosh.
You,
I-
but it,
I think we have one word to say.
Oh my god.
Thoroughly good. That
Oh
was
my
2 words.
God.
Holy cow.
That's I
Wait.
didn't even, I forgot to pair it to my
Yeah, I was
cigar.
like,
It's
I
so
don't- I need
good.
to just,
Dude, Ryan, this
we're
is
gonna have
incredible.
like an hour break and just sip on this.
So
for
can
a
you
second.
go to Stillfire and get one of these bottles?
I believe you still can't.
Yeah.
I think they reserve. You may not be able to. Let's just say stick around
Holy cow.
for some maybe coming out in the future.
Yeah. Oh my
Stick
god.
around, guys.
Wait, so can you get a drink of this though? Not a bottle.
So
can you get a
it's
drink
not
of this?
on tap anymore, but
Not even on tap.
Just be patient.
How
Okay.
on earth?
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Did you know? You knew that was gonna happen.
I know that it's very good.
Holy
Huge shout
crap!
out to the brewmaster Phil Farrell. He's
What?
yeah. So I wasn't even. I started a year ago. This was in a barrel.
Before you started.
In a barrel when I came on my interview, and it was in a barrel for my entire first year until a year and a month when we started to pull it out of the barrel. So I didn't even get to try it. I mean, it came out phenomenal.
This is
That
the
is
best,
unbelievable.
Really, really good beer.
best beer I've ever tried, Bilbo.
I'm gonna go out on a
Slaggins.
limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say, my fingers aren't even burning, but I need some more of this beer. So let's do a last beer drinking question.
Okay, last beer drinking question.
Drinking question right here because
good
my
Lord.
fingers aren't burning. I just need more of this. So we need to just do it. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Here's a little fun one for you, Ryan. If you were a superhero, okay.
You say it like that.
You want me to say it again?
Superhero.
If you were a superhero, what power would you have
Oh,
and why?
guys, don't have a bunch of different beers on one podcast.
I think even though I think because in my opinion the best superhero ever is just Batman didn't have any powers.
Love it.
Aside from that, and he's the most powerful.
He's
in my opinion.
just a freaking genius.
Yeah, he's incredible. I'd have to say like teleportation.
Ooh.
Teleportation, just so I could, big.
Because you wanted to
guy,
teleport-
I like space, so,
Okay.
I mean, being able to like travel.
I was thinking last night you wanted to teleport.
Dude, you're speaking my language. If I've had this in my mind for so many years, if I've, when I was a kid, I came up with the superpower that I would have, and it's been the same until this day, and it's been teleportation because you could go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Without
fantastic.
skipping time,
He's not AG's not amused over here, but
Yeah.
you are. I am so with you on this, Ryan.
Earth. I want to be able to do,
Yeah.
If you got a superpower, I want to be like, Captain Marvel. She goes everywhere. Like,
Through the multiverse, yes.
Fair enough.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
Fair enough on that. Fair enough.
For the Marvel geeks.
Teleportation.
So have you seen the movie Jumper?
Yes. So exactly.
Yes.
Right? That's a good movie.
That's
I
wonderful.
didn't
Underrated.
realize had that in my mind when I was telling you guys that.
That's awesome. I love it.
With Christian, whatever his
Christian
name is.
I don't. It
Bale?
wasn't Christian.
No, that's Batman. That's Batman.
No,
That's
it's,
Batman.
the best superhero.
It's Skywalker from.
It's thoroughly good. Is what
Yeah,
it is.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
It's thoroughly good, is what it
Dude,
is.
this is absolutely incredible.
Guys, this has been a
Wow.
thoroughly good podcast, if I can say so myself. Ryan, we appreciate you teaching us so much about brewing. It's so fun to learn about brewing and beer and all that because it's the same as cigars. There's so much complexity, right? You talk about, we're gonna get cocoa beans, espresso, earth, toast out of this cigar. Out of every beer, look, it says it right here: coffee, caramel, dark fruit, and toffee. It's kind of one and the same. And people who aren't pairing beer with cigars, they're missing out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're missing out.
Yep.
Beers too.
100%. Stick with the darker beers. The lighter ones, typically the cigar will overpower
Yep.
the beer. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure that you're following us on Instagram, YouTube, all the above. Subscribe. You know the deal. Let's get it all the way. Wait. What's right there? Oh, that's YouTube. Okay,
There it
subscribe right
is.
here on YouTube.
Yeah, it's not gonna say links in the description this time,
bingo.
right?
YouTube and
Because it's gonna actually have the.
Instagram's over there, so make sure you're following us on Instagram. And guys, thank you so much. We are the Dreamer Cigars podcast, and I got way too many drinks. So
Cheers them all out at the same
let's
time.
cheers them
Adam.
all out. Here we go.
Cheers to Ryan.
Cheers, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Ready?
Oh my god, that was so good. Turn it out.
Hi Dreamers, this is Nicholas Perdomo with Perdomo Cigars.
Dreamers Cigars podcast. You have to watch it.
It's really great for us to be on the Dreamer Cigar podcast.
These two guys are just phenomenal at what they do.
It's always great to talk about cigars, talk about tobacco, and just the lifestyle that we have in this industry.
I mean, these two guys are above the cut when it comes to introducing new people to cigars.
Nicholas Perdomo and myself, Obi-Wan Perdomo, Chris Harper. Love being on here. This is the future. This is great. This is the kind of thing that we want to see, and you guys are interested in, and you guys love.
Dreamer Cigar Podcast is people who don't spend their time on podcasts to kind of try cigars in a new way and be part of the community to a greater degree and learn about how the cigar works. So for us at ATL Cigar Co., it's really fantastic to be a part of this and see where these guys go.
And make sure that you guys follow Dreamer Cigars Podcast. Thank you and have a wonderful day.